There's nothing like eating a nice piece of steak. Make the steak the star of the dish. And I'm gonna make that today with my sweet glazed carrots. Delicious, easy to make, and of course, our nice filet mignon with our garlic, with our onions, with our mushrooms. It's the recipe for amazingness. So we're gonna start right now with my beef. I'm gonna start with some olive oil in a hot pan. Then over here, I have some steak. Now, a lot of people season their steaks with so many different things that the last thing you try is the beef. Like, where's the beef in here? You don't even know what you're eating. So I like to season it, salt, black pepper, simple, both sides, and then I let the sauce do the rest of the work, you know? Because I really want to taste my steak. I don't want to overpower it. I don't want to make it taste like nothing else. No, I want to taste steak. So how do we do that? We get a nice piece of filet mignon, look at that. We're gonna season it on both sides. Some salt, some black pepper. Then we're gonna pat it, turn it around, some salt, some black pepper. Very important, on the sides. A lot of people forget about the sides. Some salt, some black pepper, and then the other side, some salt, some black pepper, and then we're gonna make sure our pan is very hot because we wanna get a nice sear. Always nice sear. When you sear a piece of protein, what happens is that it locks in the juices. So you get the most juice out of it. On top of that, you get that nice golden brown color. So when your pan is hot, we're gonna go ahead and add our filet. And that's the sound right there that you wanna hear. Look. It's like a nice romantic rainy day. But I'm single, so screw that. Okay, so we're gonna start with my carrots. Some olive oil. Once you add the olive oil, I have some nice pieces of carrots. So you could use orange carrots, but I like mixing it up with colors because I eat with my eyes first. So I got some purple carrots, some white carrots, and some orange carrots. We're gonna throw those in there, and we're gonna let them cook slowly. After that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add some honey, some brown sugar, salt, black pepper, and we're gonna let it cook slowly with our steak. So today we're making these glazed carrots, but of course you could serve it with anything. You could serve it with some asparagus, you could serve it with some rice, with some pasta. But today I'm making these carrots, you know, I feel like when I'm eating steak, I really want to enjoy the steak itself. So I like to use something that's going to complement it but not overshadow it. So that's what I'm doing today. And of course, the baby onions we're going to cook with and the mushrooms and all of that we're throwing in there. I want them to get a little translucent, a little soft. I like having that nice bite in there. Texture is part of the food too, you know. A lot of people just focus on flavor. Texture is as important as flavor. So we're going to let those cook right there slowly. We're gonna check on our steak. Let's see if it's ready. Let's do a little peek, a little peek. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Oh my God. So we're gonna turn it around and cook some more. If your pan dries up, that's okay. It's okay. We add some more olive oil through the sides. That way when it gets to the bottom, it's already hot. And now for our carrots. So once it gets that nice, beautiful color, look at this. This is the color we're looking for right here. That's the color we're looking for right there. Look at that beautiful, nice orange color. Once it reaches that point, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add our flavor. So we're gonna add some brown sugar. We're gonna add a little bit of honey. A little bit of honey. We're gonna add a little bit of black pepper. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. And we're gonna add some butter. Un poco de mantequilla, butter. So a little bit of butter. A little bit of butter. We're gonna add a little bit of butter. No, just like, we're gonna add just a little, just a little. There you go. And we're gonna let it cook slowly. You know, we want it to make a nice little brown mixture. You know, we want it to be a little sweet, not so sweet. We don't want it to overpower. We still want to taste our carrots. So it's kind of making like a little glaze in there. Now, once your steak is cooked on the other side, very important to sear the other sides. You know, a lot of people forget and they leave all of that white. No, no, no. Let's sear it on all the sides. So now while that's cooking, we're gonna cut some mushrooms. And instead of slicing it, I like getting my mushroom as a whole. I feel like I could try it more. It's nice and crisp, it's not gonna overcook. So I'm gonna go like this and then cut it in wedges like that. Nice little chunky pieces. Let's check on our steak. We seared that side, let's see. Oh, look at that. Now we're gonna flip it to the other side. Now once our steak is cooked, we have seared all sides. The juices are gonna stay in there. They're not gonna go riding outside. We're gonna set it aside. And then we're gonna wash the pan, right? No, we do not wash the pan. What? This has a lot of flavor, so do not wash the pan. So we're gonna start off by adding some of our onions, our little baby onions. You could cut them in half. We're gonna add in our rosemary stick. Remember, if your pan is dry, we're gonna add some more olive oil. Don't be scared of adding more olive oil. If you're on a diet, we have some salad recipes next door. So we're gonna add some of that. While that's cooking, we're gonna deglaze the pan. So that means that we're gonna throw in a liquid that's gonna go ahead and clean the pan, but it's not gonna get rid of those flavors. So what I have is some red wine. A little fire, it's okay, a little fire. We're gonna add some beef stock. We're gonna add some garlic. We're gonna add some seasoning, black pepper, some salt, and we're gonna let that slowly cook till we get a nice thick sauce. It's gonna be amazing. In the meantime, I'm gonna stick my filet mignon, I'm gonna stick it in the oven a good 10 minutes, depending how you want your beef, depending on your oven. So if you want it rare, leave it for less time. Medium rare, that's different. If you want it well done, put it a little more time, a good 12 minutes, or leave it in there. I like it medium well, so let's throw that in there. And then I have my sauce cooking up here. Now, once our sauce has reduced and it's a little thicker, I'm gonna go ahead and add our mushrooms. I add it at the end so it doesn't get too soft on me. Remember, I like crunchiness, so I'm gonna add that there. And I'm gonna finish it off, very important, with some butter. Very important, that's gonna make our sauce very rich. So it's gonna give it a nice little creaminess, delicious. My carrots are already done, look at that beautiful color. Right there. Look at that nice seared color on those carrots. If I were Bugs Bunny, I'd be like, ha ha ha. What's up, Doc? And now my favorite time, we're gonna start plating this. I have my beautiful sauce. Look at that. I have the mushrooms. I have the onions. I have the flavor of the rosemary. It smells amazing. I have my beautiful steak cooked perfectly on all sides. Look at that nice golden color all over. I could just eat it like that. And then I have my beautiful glazed carrots. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna be delicious. So, to start plating, I like to get my carrots and I like putting them in a line right there, like that, on the side. And then I like getting my nice piece of steak and I like putting it right in the corner, like that. Then I like getting these little baby onions. I'm gonna add it in there. One here, one there. This is my favorite part about food. Food is like art. So whatever you want to design, you could just do it. It's art when you're making it with the ingredients. It's art when you're plating it. It's even art when you're eating it. Because have you ever seen those food photographies when you're eating and you're all those, like every time I'm at events, people are taking pictures of me and usually So food is art. It's amazing. It's one of my favorite things. So we're gonna go ahead and keep adding these things. Okay, so we have another onion right here, some of this right here. We're gonna add some of that. We're gonna add some of the mushrooms, some on top to display it, and then we're gonna add some of that sauce. Look at that. We're gonna put a nice amount of chives. That. And then we're gonna end it up with a nice little sprig of rosemary, and look at that beauty. You have the beautiful carrots, you have the steak, you can see the onions, you can see the mushrooms, you can see all of that in that beautiful sauce. I can't wait to try it right now. Here we go. And now my favorite time, it's time to try it. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna get a nice piece of my glazed carrot. And then I'm gonna get a nice piece of steak. Look at that, just like I like it. Look at that, okay. So that, I'm gonna get a little onion, a little carrot, a little mushroom, a little steak. Okay, so here we go. It's a little big, but don't forget the sauce. Here we go. Whoa! This is delicious. Look at the beautiful color on that steak. Look at that. Nice just right. Remember, if you want it cooked a little more, leave a little more in the oven. A little less, there you go. So a lot of people hear the word filet mignon and they're like, I can't cook this. It's too expensive. It's too hard to make. What if I mess it up? No, no, no. I challenge you to cook this at home, cook it for your friends, and then I challenge you to post it on social media using my hashtag Chris Valdes. I want to see what you're making because this is what it's about. Like, if it comes out bad, then you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again, because that's what life's about. Just like cooking. You do it again until you get it right. And that's how I learned how to make it. So I invite you to try this at home. I invite you to subscribe. I invite you to like, comment, and I invite you to get cooking. Stop eating out. And you know what? Since I ate some steak today, you need to work out. So here we go. And 1, and 2, and 1, and 2. At the same time. See you next time.